So hello, I guess we're live. I Today I thought I wanted to play some more Devil May Cry. As you can see, I've cleared mission 8. Last played a couple days ago, and what I would like to do is to just keep going and try to get through mission 13 today. I did deactivate the Steam controller thing so that I'm hoping that the latency issues will be lessened, if not completely gone, but that's an open question. So we'll find out today. Hopefully, anyway. It might still be mysterious. This looks like a pre-rendered cutscene, so we shouldn't have any audio sync issues. Speaking of which, I forgot to look that up off stream, so I should look into that. Just check in on it.
So this is the next stage.
Wait!
If you're asking for a date, forget it. Because I make it a point not to go out with women who shoot me in the head.
Date a demon? I'm not that desperate. Besides, I really don't care for guys who stink like blood.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why he stinks like blood.
You're right. Tell me, what's your name?
I don't have a name.
Okay, then what should I call you?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever, lady.
There it is. Now we know her name.
I'll leave this to you. Because I don't want to miss the party.
I really wish they had kept the assets for this so that they could have made a pre-rendered, higher quality cutscene for these. Gosh, I do love Lady. And oh, okay, so this one is gonna have a boss at the end of it. I wasn't sure. Because I think there are 2 bosses between now and 13, excluding the boss at the end of 13. I don't have a whole lot of orbs. A revolver would be a good one to get up, but it's gonna take a little bit. The equipment is good. Purple orb? Yeah, I'll take the purple orb. Oh, whoops, not the yellow orb. Yeah, so the purple orb is always going to be useful for me. Until I get all 10, anyway. I think I vaguely remember this mission, how to get to the boss and everything. I recall it not being too... or it's more fun than most of the previous ones. Right, so we got this weapon, there we go. I think we're gonna run into the Dulahans next. No, spiders! Yes, it's a good thing I brought Agni and Rudra. I like the spider enemies, they're fun. They're pretty tough. Keep you on your toes. Alright, now we'll see how good the latency is, or hopefully we'll find out. Okay. Should have used that. Also, actually, I should change the controls because I'm actually, when I played this on the PC on PS2 way back when, I remember I changed the taunt to the downward button, and yes, yeah, because the taunt is a very important button to use, and it's good to have it much closer to the left analog stick. Alright, looks like we killed him. Alright. Ah shit, I think I got hit there. Oh, ah! Alright, so I think that one I reacted too slowly. Because I saw the attack coming, but I didn't quite get it. Alright. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'm gonna switch something around, and it'll actually probably show up on this screen. So I'm gonna modify my DMC3 controls so that my right analog stick now goes the opposite direction. So because of the way this right, is this gonna work? Yeah. So now it's more matched up to what I'm used to in terms of yeah, the direction. When I move the analog stick to the left, the view moves to the left. Okay, that's gonna work. So that blue thing indicates it's a puzzle. I don't remember off the top of my head the solution to this puzzle, but I remember that the puzzle was very easy. Yeah, the puzzle and the platforming in the Devil May Cry games tend to be fairly half-assed. So let's see. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't remember that was the answer, but the answer is extremely easy to get to. Oh. Hello, Nat. Thank you for coming by. If you can't get Eula, you're gonna cry. Yeah, well, I think you have a very good chance of getting her, right? Because of the fact that we still have at least 6 weeks before her banner's gonna be gone. We have what? Another 1.5 weeks before Zhongli. And then another 3 weeks before we get to Eula's banner. And then another 3 weeks before Eula's banner ends. That's a lot of pulls. A lot of time to save pulls. Not a guarantee, probably. Maybe you could probably guarantee it by spending a little bit of money, actually, but not too much money. Like, you wouldn't need to spend too much to guarantee it. Let's use the double trigger burst. Shit, didn't want to do that. There we go. Almost 100 pulls. Oh, yeah. So that should be plenty. Okay, this is... Oh, no, this is not where we face the Dillahans. So I technically don't have to kill these guys, but I guess I'd rather. This is a dangerous hallway to fight in, because of those spinny things. Gosh, I love the fact that there's no cooldown! I can use these skills all I want, as quickly as I can press them, because there's no cooldown. And there's no stamina meter, so I can jump and dash everything as much as I want. I can just use this attack over and over again. So nice. How am I today? Doing alright. Haven't done a whole lot. I woke up only a couple hours ago. Did some of my Genshin dailies. And now, yeah, I felt like I really want to get back to playing Devil May Cry 3, and I do want to stream all of my Devil May Cry 3 replay gameplay, and that's why I'm here now. How about yourself? Hope you're having a good Saturday. It's probably almost evening there, right? Or maybe it is evening, because it's, what, a 6-hour difference? So there must be almost 8 there? So that's basically evening. Yeah, this is my first time replaying through this game in many, many years, so it's been fun revisiting all these places and seeing how much I remember and how much I've forgotten, because there's so much of the level design and such that I just don't remember very well. Gotcha systems on the... Oh god. That'd be horrible if they turned the Devil May Cry into a gotcha game series. I would definitely quit ever wanting to play another Devil May Cry game again. Because one of the whole appeals of it is that you get the whole thing when you buy the game. You never have to spend another penny on it. There's no DLC. I think DMC5 might have DLC. And you just unlock stuff through either sheer skill or just perseverance. And I'm so, like, and obviously there are many different types of third-person action games, including Devil May Cry and, like, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, right? And I'm thinking how I guess in terms of combat, but Genshin reminds me a bit more of a Dark Souls than a Devil May Cry because of its pacing, which is a bit more slow, a bit more... there's a bit of a... The rhythm is slower. And the fact that there is a stamina bar. And I feel like... I don't know if it's part of it, but I kind of feel like the fact that Dark Souls games have been so successful have contributed to a lot of other games getting stamina meters. But yeah, Devil May Cry is a series that I also hope never ever gets a stamina meter system. They already have a sort of something like it in the in the form of, what is it? Devil Trigger. Which, I guess it's not quite the same, but it's more like the... Devil Trigger is more like the energy recharge, I guess. Yeah, DMC5... Oh, yeah, it does have DLC for Virgil. Yeah, the thing with... I mean, DMC3 also didn't have DLC, but it had a special edition release, so... If DMC3 had originally been released 10 years later, it probably would have had a DLC instead of a whole new special edition release. You played Demon Souls. Oh, nice, on PS5. Are you, against the next boss? Okay, yeah. Are you almost done with that now? Because, I mean, the Souls games obviously can be very long. Oh, this one. I don't think I can do this with the weapons that I have right now, but let's see. I do think, for this, having Cerberus actually helps a lot because Cerberus attacks so quickly. Right, we got 15, 12 left. 8 left. Where else are there? Oh, okay, there's a couple here. I have 6 left. Where are... Oh, there's 2 barrels back here. But where are the other 4? Alright. I think I'll probably just revisit that another time. Because in terms of weapons, I think it makes sense to go in there with Cerberus and also a more AoE gun that will be unlocked later in the game. Let's see, so I already went there. I haven't gone in here yet. Okay, is this where we face the Dullahans? No. Not this area. Oh, shit. You'd say half? Yeah, the last 2 months. Yeah, I know you've had a lot of stuff going on with your studies and everything. Hope they went well. I think you had your midterms either recently or coming up? I don't know if you're done with them yet, but you mentioned having some midterms. and such. Okay, yeah, I remember this now. I picked this up, and you can probably guess what kind of enemies are going to be coming at me based on the setup. Ah, meant to roll there. Okay. So far, I haven't really noticed much about the latency compared to 2 days ago. I think it might be quicker. It might be. But I also just might have gotten better at adjusting to the latency. Certainly not gonna get... Probably gonna get a D in this mission for the damage, because I've taken so many hits. Ah! Okay. And some of these enemy animation timings are... I need to get back to getting used to them. Gotta say, I like these spider enemies better than the ones in Genshin. The Genshin spider enemies are both weird and kind of a pain, because they don't seem to register as regular enemies. And there's, as far as I know, there's no spider enemies that actually... Oh no, there are spider enemies that respawn now that I think about it. There's some in Liyue, in like a tunnel area where there's some core lapis. Okay. I hate these little spider guys. I don't technically really have to kill them. Right, and also I think... Yeah, the enemies respawn. Yeah, no ultimate, not anytime recently. Because, you know, obvious reasons, but also the weather's been terrible. Last weekend we had weather in the 20s Celsius. But then this past week it's been 5 degrees Celsius, basically consistent throughout the week. And then it snowed yesterday. So, there's no outdoors activity really happening. Yeah, it hasn't... I haven't... It's hard to believe we're in the middle of April and it snowed. And a lot of the snow has already melted, but there's still some out there, so... Yeah, nothing... Unfortunately, no outdoors activity. The actual softball season that we're gonna be playing in is gonna start... Not sure, in a couple weeks, I think. So that's something to look forward to, and hopefully the weather issues will be solved by then. Okay. I need to get more used to taunting. Okay. Keeping the stylish meter up is pretty hard. I used to be very good at it, and now I'm not as good, so I'm finding myself a little surprised at how much harder it is than I remember it, just because I'm not as good as I used to be. Okay, got everyone. Will there be people in the stadium or just the players? Excuse me, it'll just be the players, really. It's all, you know, amateur, just for fun. We're not performing for people, really. It's just us playing in the league for the sake of, you know, the sport and all that. So, yeah, sometimes friends and family come to watch, but that's really about it. Yeah, I'm not that level. I'm not, somebody who you'd go to actively watch. Not in Ultimate, anyway. Here we go. One of my favorite bosses.
Welcome, sir. Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it is. You'll be nice to me, won't won't you?
Of course I will. I'll treat you so nicely. You'll never want to leave.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Let's see, the mechanics of this boss, I remember some of them. I don't remember others, so this might be interesting. This might be fun. Oh, I remember that attack. Okay. Oh, I need to get away from that when she does that. Pretty sure that hurts you. Oh shit. Okay, those bats, I need to be a little more aware of the tracking. Okay. The Swordmaster with Agni and... Oh shit, no. Ah, it's really hard to cancel the animation on that. Ah! Okay. The timing on that too, I need to get back into it, but I need to be very careful from now on because I'm almost dead. Okay. I forgot about the timing on that one and the fact that the entire ground gets electrified. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Agni and Rudra with Swordmaster works pretty well. Ah, shit. Let's back up. There we go. I think I could also bring Cerberus because she's actually weak against Cerberus. The ice, for whatever reason, does extra damage against her. But Cerberus is a little less mobile than Agni and Rudra, which can be an issue. Don't get the double jump. Let's back up.
Now you'll become tired.
Oh shit. Meant to roll. Okay. Ah, so much for that. Let's restart them. But okay, now I have a somewhat better sense of how her animations go and such. So I think I'll be able to manage it better. See. Alright, I'll skip through the cutscenes this time. But yeah. Sadly, I haven't been able to beat the bosses on my first try on my replay. I had a lot of trouble with Agni and Rudra in mission 4. Attempt them 4 times, I think. Okay. Front. Yep. Also, yeah, I'm gonna try taking Cerberus to her fight next instead. I think Agni and Rudra is definitely super useful against her. In fact, Agni and Rudra plus Cerberus might be the way to go. But yeah, Cerberus. I mean, I like Rebellion because Rebellion's the basic sword and quite easy to use. It's quick, and I'm used to all the animations. Okay. There we go. But I'm really looking forward to beating Nevin. She is absolutely, like the boss fight is fun, but it's not so much about the boss fight that I like her. It's more about the what you get as a reward afterwards. Gonna be so fun. But let's see. Here, let's activate the double trigger burst. Oh, come on. And make sure to abuse the camera, because enemies that are out of the camera screen actually cannot attack you with projectile attacks. So as long as you keep them out of frame, you are safe. Like, going up against that guy, if I go approach him this way, I can get closer to it without risking getting hurt. Now, I wonder... I recall this is something. Shouldn't this activate some sort of wind tunnel that if I jump and activate my glider, it'll shoot me up? I think that's how it works. Okay, so this guy... Go. Okay. Use that. There we go. Let's just rush through this. Honestly, I think the time is more important than the red orbs you get from them if you want to get the style points. Or if you want to get the grade at the end of the mission. Okay. But let's collect these because they are easy. They're there, and it doesn't take up that much time. And I could use that too. Ah. It's so weird playing this game and not seeing a full HP bar. Because that's the style I play, where it's almost, since I'm so used to just never getting hit usually. Yeah, used to the green orbs always just giving you red orbs instead of HP. Because that's what they do when you have max HP already. Shit, I timed that one very poorly. Notice the cooldown for the taunt is quite short. It's shorter than I remember it being. Because you can't just spam the taunt. You have to actually take some time between using the taunt to allow you to use it again. Or at least allow it to take effect again. You can always use the taunt, but it won't always give you stuff. Like stylish points, or double trigger. Take that. Ah, I hate these little spider things. I feel like there's really no way to avoid them once they're around. Like, I can't dodge them. Ah, yeah, the animations on Agni and Rudra, I'm not quite as accustomed to them and being able to cancel them properly. But they are long, so unless you really know them well, you can have a lot of trouble with them. Okay, enemies are gonna have respawned, but because of the camera, it's not really much of an issue. Also, I believe it is possible to knock these guys into the blades and it'll kill them, or at least hurt them until they die if they just stay there. Never really bothered trying it though. But it can work, in particular at harder difficulties where they have a lot more HP than they do in this one, which is just normal difficulty. And this is the normal difficulty of the special edition, which means it's the normal difficulty from the Japanese version. Which means it's the easy difficulty from the NA version. Because for whatever reason, they made the NA version harder, where the normal difficulty was the hard difficulty from Japan. And there was a hard difficulty, which was harder than which was between the Japanese normal and Dante Must Die difficulty. But I believe Dante Must Die difficulty is always the same. Yeah, it's really strange actually that the NA version is more difficult. I feel like if you hear about anything like that, you almost always expect it the other way around, where the original Japanese version is the more difficult version. That's what I'd expect, but no, when they released it in America, which they released it at around the same time, you know, it's not like you had to wait for months or even weeks to get Devil May Cry in North America. So it's not like it originally was released in Japan and was localized. It was designed to be released at the same time, basically. I wonder, I heard, maybe it was an interview with the director. I think he might have said something about how, because, I mean, of course it's a Japanese game. Capcom's a Japanese company, and almost all of the developers, and certainly all of the leaders of the development team were Japanese. I think the director might have said something like he perceived the action game fans in America as being more hardcore than the ones in Japan, and that's why they decided to raise the difficulty. I'm not sure how he got that perception, though. Again, that's a little odd. Yeah, the game was released at almost the same time. It might have actually been released in NA at the earlier, I'm not sure. But it came out in 2005. It was in development for, you know, just for worldwide release. It wasn't originally just supposed to be a Japanese game. Because Capcom's a worldwide company, really, right? Even though it's a Japanese company, they make games for the whole world all the time. And Devil May Cry is definitely one of their series that they do that with. And also, oh, this game does not have a Japanese dub. It only has one language dub, and that's English. They never hired any Japanese voice actors or any other voice actors. It's entirely in English. And the voice actor for Dante is actually the same guy as the one who does the mocap for Dante. So he did all of Dante's moves, and he does all of Dante's voices. He's a pretty cool guy. I've seen some of his footage.
Of course.
But, of course, in order to be that kind of stuntman, you have to be quite good, right? Yep. Okay, oh, I should have brought Cerberus. That's what I meant to do. Okay. Yeah, let's stay safe from that. Okay. I'm getting much more accustomed to the Devil May Cry style of playing now, where I'm not trying to race the clock, rather I'm trying to be stylish and mainly to stay safe. That's the main goal, really. Never getting hurt. It's not about trying to do tons of damage very quickly. Yeah, then oh yeah, she does remind me a bit of the Electro Abyss Mage, you're right. I see the resemblance, and she is more powerful. Oh, shit. Ah, nope. Ooh, okay, I got lucky there. I was very careless. I can't help but think of sucrose now whenever she says sugar. Ah, shit. That was bad. I got hurt real bad. At least I had a double trigger up, so I didn't get hurt as much as I could have. Because of the fact that in Korean, sucrose is called sugar. They just use the Korean word for sugar. So whenever she says sugar, it just... It's an odd combination of the fact that sugar is also kind of a term of endearment or affection in English. Whereas sucrose, yeah, it just sounds weird enough that you feel like it could be a name, even though most people, I'm sure, know that sucrose is the chemical for a type of sugar. lot better this time. Okay. Oh, okay, she's doing this attack now. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay. Oh shit, nice. She's stunned. Oh! Man, I lost that opportunity. Yeah, so that's the kind of stun that I'm more used to, where if you stun them and if you don't attack them immediately, then you're punished by them just going defensive. That's a little different from the child boss in Genshin, where if you can stun him and then walk away, and he won't remain stunned, but if you knock him afterwards, he will get back to his stun mode immediately. Albedo calls sucrose sugar, yeah, I'm sure many people would. That'd be funny though, yeah, if he called her sugar, but then was like, oh sorry, I meant to say sucrose, not sugar. Like, yeah, what does that mean? I'm glad we got to see more of Albedo and Sucrose in the Windbloom Festival though. He's, I kinda do like him as a character. Not really sure what he's all about, other than obviously he's an alchemist. And he's a homunculus, it seems. But I enjoyed him in the Dragon Spine chapter, and it was nice revisiting that. Yeah, that's something I've really been enjoying about the later recent chapters of the stories in... I knew she was gonna do that. I also thought it was an opportunity for me to attack. I know there's a way to actually punish her during that, but I must have forgotten how to do it properly. Let's heal a bit, actually. Use that. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. I don't mind it when you do that. Oh no, she got stunned! I missed the stun. Oh well. Back off. Not a lot of time. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's back up. Avoid those things. Is she gonna come closer to me? Okay, I think I remember the trick to making sure when she tries to suck you off to avoid damage, which is to activate the devil trigger. She actually can't suck you off when you have the devil trigger on. So that way she weakens herself, and then you have that opportunity to attack her. Like that. Yeah. There we go.
You're sweet.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
All right. I'll help you. was a handsome devil. But you're no slouch yourself.
Oh, whoops. Here we are. Type of boss compared to Demon Souls, it's more dynamic. Yeah, yeah, they're just different types of games, right? Devil May Cry games are meant to be just a lot faster than a Demon Souls or a Dark Souls game. Yep. Now you know how he got that weapon. It's actually the electric bat lady. Electric succubus, I guess. That's a tough weapon to use, though. I think I'll go right ahead and start using it, but I'm gonna be quite bad at it at first, especially since it won't be upgraded. This. Yeah, the girl. Yeah, same. But I'm a fan of this lady here. She's definitely my favorite female character in Devil May Cry. I guess Dante's probably my favorite character overall. Oh, I love that shot.
Welcome back.
Also, I do think Lady might have been one of my first, like, I guess anime or video game crushes with bike shorts. At least ones that I remember. Those are nice bike shorts. Yeah, damage, I guess I can live with that. It's an A, but... Okay, and the orbs. I probably should have killed some of the enemies in one of the hallways so that I could get more orbs. Alright, so the goal today is to get through mission 13. I really want to get through mission 13.
Thru will finally regain its full function and lead us into the demon world. The world where Sparta's power has been sealed. And the one who will lift the incantation is you, his own son. It must be fate.
Does that woman really bother you?
What are you talking about?
Why didn't you kill her? Perhaps because she's your daughter?
Oh, I think the
Did some
cutscene is becoming
pesky
unsynced.
fatherly love get in your way?
That's none of your...
Oh, there's a typo.
To further your study of the black arts, you sacrificed your loving wife to become a devil as well. Knowing this,
So I noticed this
more useful to me,
2 days ago.
but I was wrong.
It seems that these cutscenes become desynced as they
No
go.
wonder your attainment of power is incomplete.
The video seems to go more slowly than the
complete being as well.
audio, and I don't know why. I should look that up. I forgot to look into that.
Shut up.
It's unfortunate because a lot of the cutscenes do look very cool. A lot of the cutscenes are pre-rendered, which
Final door
means
is open. I have no use for you.
there's no real issue because they're just video files they're playing. But then the non-pre-rendered ones actually look better because they're using, well, upscaled visuals and all that and modern graphics. Let's use Nevin and let's use Spiral, because Spiral's a fun weapon. And Nevin... Yeah, it's gonna take me a bit to upgrade all of these. Oh, Air Raid, yeah, that's the one where it involves flying. I think it's worth it to get the first Reverb Shock for now. And let's pick up another Purple Orb while we're at it. Another one of those is always good until I get the max, which is 10 total, or 7 upgrades, because you start with 3. Yeah, Nevin's not going to be all that strong, unfortunately, until I have it all upgraded. But it'd be good to at least get a bit of practice using them.
Come on, imp.
Nice. Alright, where's the next guys? Oh.
You scared?
Oh, oof, almost took a shot there. Alright, looks like I killed everyone other than that guy. Oh, okay. Oh, whoops. Wasted a double trigger, but that's alright. It's fairly easy to get more of those back. A taunt fills up an entire orb, after all. Oh, actually, this also might be a good time to try this with... Ah, no. Not until I upgrade Nevin, because Nevin doesn't really get much of an AoE ability until you actually upgrade it. It's just gonna take a little bit to get it fully upgraded. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go do this combat adjudicator for... Okay, can I activate the crazy combo here? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Got the blue orb. Fragment. One more and I'll get another max HP upgrade. But again, I guess ultimately the max HP upgrade is more for completionist sake than for any real use, because the HP value isn't really something to try to be concerned with. If they're developing a DMC6 currently? I would guess so. I would guess if they're not actively developing it, there must be a lot of pre-production stuff. I must say though, I'm not a big fan of where the game series has gone in terms of the tone and style. I think Devil May Cry 5 did an excellent job of bringing back a lot of the original combat and such. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Oh yeah, so this one, I believe... Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this because I don't have Air Raid yet. Because I need Air Raid from Nevin in order to float. This would be a lot easier in Genshin where you can glide. Planning to do DMC 4 and 5 after this one? I'll probably revisit 5, not 4. I've played enough 4, and 5 has basically all the good parts of 4 anyway. In terms of the combat. But I might revisit 5. But the thing is, what I am planning to do is play the Ninja Gaiden remake. Or not remake, re-releases, remasters, whatever you want to call them. Because because they're planning on releasing it at the early part of June. So that's a couple months from now. And they're gonna release Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden Sigma 3 all in one game. And those games are... At least the first two are just incredibly good games. The first one in particular. The second one's good, but also has a lot of problems. But they're all good games. Even the third one is good, it's just kind of mediocre in a lot of parts. Not as good as other Ninja Gaiden. These enemies are annoying. I don't even know why they put them there. They're kind of a puzzle enemy that are not really fun to fight. There's no real tactic to fighting them. Oh, you only played Ninja Gaiden 3? Yeah, that's the worst one out of them. Like, by far, too. Ninja Gaiden 1, or Ninja Gaiden Sigma, I guess, technically, because Sigma is one of the remasters that they made. Because they made a Ninja Gaiden Black after the first Ninja Gaiden, and then they made a Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Ninja Gaiden 3, unfortunately, one of the really worst things... Oh, wrong way. One of the worst things they did with Ninja Gaiden 3 is they gave Ryu only one weapon, his sword. And that's a really, really big downgrade from his earlier games, because in Ninja Gaiden Black, or the original Ninja Gaiden, or at least the original Xbox Ninja Gaiden, he had at least, what, 8 weapons? Yeah, something like that. And in Ninja Gaiden 2, he had 8 or 9 weapons. And they were not just all variants of the sword. He had... he had claymores, he had dual swords, he had nunchucks, he had a bow staff, he had all sorts of stuff. And they took away all of that just so that in Ninja Gaiden 3 you'd have, what, one sword and this whole blood arm thing, which it was alright, it worked, but not as fun as the others. But anyway, that's the next kind of thing I'm planning. Now, that's still a couple months away, but I'm really excited to revisit those games, and one of the reasons I decided to start replaying Devil May Cry 3 again is because of the upcoming re-release, or upcoming release of the remaster. What is the wrong place? I'm actually not sure where I'm supposed to go. This the way? I know there's a puzzle here, but... Which way am I supposed to go? I'm gonna check what item I picked up. Wait, how do I check that? The item... Are these ordered by when you pick them up, maybe? Or the main bridge? Because I know there's some backtracking in this mission, but I don't know if I'm backtracking too far. This might not be the way I want to come. But it might be. If there's a cutscene, that's a good sign. Oh, here we go. We got one of the big ones. Ah, shit. Couldn't have fired that gun. The gun has a long cooldown that I need to be more cognizant. Oh, nice! Yes! Swordmaster style level up. Excellent. Let's see. I don't remember what... Yes! Good, I get that one. That's a very useful one. Turning the rebellion into a... Oh, right, I forgot about that attack completely. Yeah, that's a Swordmaster attack. I haven't used Swordmaster as much, because, to be honest, I was always more of a Trickster or Royal Guard kind of player. I didn't like the Swordmaster or the Gunslinger styles as much, but Swordmaster is also one of the most fun ones to play with if you know what you're doing, because you get access to a whole other set of moves. I'm playing like shit right now. I'm gonna get a D on damage on this one, definitely. Like to buy the Mass Effect trilogy. Oh yeah, remaster. Oh, did they make a remaster of it? I didn't know. Oh, you played them 10 times? Holy cow. Yeah. I mean, if you love them that much, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, it's probably not worth it if you've already owned the original and all that. I played the original, well, the trilogy once total through. I thought 2 was probably my favorite. 3, I didn't like all these defense segments. There were a lot of segments where it was basically like a horde mode where you had to defend a tower or something from enemies, and you had to keep doing that. And I didn't like them that much. But I did like the Doctor in 3 a lot. He was a really fun character. I forget his name. And I think there's a video of him singing something at some point, which I thought was amusing. Ah, yes. Yeah, the end. Yeah, I do remember the ending. You make a choice about
Well, that was quick.
about humanity and something. And I remember I also enjoyed the first one. It's very rough around the edges, especially by today's game standards, but when it came out, it was...
So what if I did?
Yeah, when it came out, it was quite impressive, a lot of the things it did. Oh, end of Mass Effect 2. Oh, yeah. The suicide mission, right? Unfortunately, I couldn't get Tali to live. Tali died during that mission. Yeah, the end of Mass Effect, you mean the full ending? Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember the details too much. Professor Morden Solus. Okay, yeah, that's his name. Yeah, the badass doctor.
To top it off, that filthy scum is my father.
Well, we have something in common. I have a dysfunctional family too.
And what would you know about family? You're a demon. This is my father.
I think one thing might be... I haven't been able to find any mods or something for this game. And I've noticed that most people who play Devil May Cry on PC seem to play the original DMC3 release, which is a pretty bad port, but apparently it's better than this because of the latency. Because in Devil May Cry, the top, like, any sort of extra controller latency is going to be a much bigger issue than graphics or anything like that.
Just go.
So I wonder if this issue with the cutscene, not lip syncing, but like audio and video desync is something that I won't be able to find a fix to. I hope not.
Family, huh?
'Cause... Alright, I think that's an A based on the shape of the... Yep. Alright, mission 10 clear. 3 more to go. Yeah, every Mass Effect character. Yeah, that's true.
Where am I?
It had a great set of characters.
It's dark. I can't see anything.
You're still
I
alive,
I kind of liked Miranda in 2. I think that's her name. Although I never quite found her to be that beautiful.
What's happening?
They like depicted her as this perfect specimen, right? That like she was genetically engineered or whatever to be the most beautiful or perfect human or something.
That's right.
I didn't find her that attractive. I thought she was attractive enough, certainly. But not like, bam, like she stands out in a room like she was supposed to be.
I was too weak.
Oh yeah, Rex, Joker, and then, yep, I remember them.
You mean...
Yeah, I remember Joker has a scene where he has to walk through the entire, is it Normandy? Or whatever ship they're on? Ash? Wait, which one's Ash? Was that Ashley? Like a female character?
Manipulated by a devil.
I remember in the first game you have an option to kill off one or the other human.
World back to this modern day. A world that Sparta once sealed off.
Sparta? I thought he was a myth.
If the demons return, this world will be thrown into chaos. Stop him.
Oh yes, Ash and Caden. I do remember that.
Me?
Yeah. I remember, I think Ashley was kind of a human supremacist, whereas Caden was more of a,
Like your mother.
how do you say? I don't know, just like more open to other alien cultures and stuff.
Father!
And I don't remember which one I think I might have killed off both of them at some point. Just to see what happened, but I don't remember which one I stuck with. Yeah, I went with the female shepherd.
Virgil.
I remember the voice actress. I think her name is Catherine Hale. I'm pretty sure her last name is Hale, but I remember she was quite good. I felt that she was way better than the male voice actor for the male shepherd. Alright, I think I won't take Nevin for this. Don't really have... Yeah, I don't have the currency to upgrade these, so I'll just keep these for now. But I'll change up the weapons. Let me take Agni and Rudra. Yeah, this one's a more generically useful setup. And oh, let me change the style because I do want... Oh, let's do Royal Guard. Royal Guard, getting that to level up would be nice. Oh yeah, her personality evolved? Okay. Maybe I killed her off then because I don't remember her too well from the second and the third games. Especially since, you know, they introduced plenty of other characters, right, in 2 and 3, so... Including female characters like Joker. Or not Joker, sorry, Zack. Is it Zack? No, Jack! Jack. I knew it was a J name. Jack, Miranda... Is it Liara who was the blue girl from the first one? I remember I liked her a lot. I remember she's the one I banged in Mass Effect 2. Sadly she died at the end of Mass Effect 2 again. In my version of the game. So, yeah. Also, I kept my Shepherd's scars, I remember. I really liked having her be scarred like that. A monster, yeah. I remember I played it and I posted it on Twitter and somebody said, you should really just replay the ending so that Liara survives and so that you can play her story in 3 and everything. I considered for a hot minute, but I decided, Like, Mass Effect 2 was already such a damn long game and I was getting tired of it. I figured if I'm really curious, I can check out those in cutscenes. Jack in Mass Effect 3? Yeah. I think she's beautiful, but I don't like the tattoos. I'm not much of a person for tattoos. Or at least, like... Actually, I do like tattoos, but I don't like it when they're, like, overwhelming and all around the body. I think some tattoos here and there work fine. But other than that, I love her I love her look, I love her hair, or lack thereof. I love her figure. And I kind of like that she's actually a good character, even though she's kind of got a... She's got an edge to her, from what I remember. I think she had a criminal background or something like that. But fundamentally, she's on the good side, like all of us in Mass Effect, or at least all of the protagonist characters. Okay, so I remember there's... was Tali. Oh, yes, Tali. That rings a... Tali is the one who is... She's part of the... She's part of the culture that... What, they're weak to every virus or whatever, right? So they're always wearing the suits, and they live on a spaceship, I think. They don't have a planet. Yeah, I remember I liked her quite a bit. Yeah, I do remember this puzzle now. Again, I use puzzle in a very loose sense, because... Yeah, this is... This is like a 2 IQ puzzle. Not really a puzzle at all. Okay. Oh yeah, you actually end up never seeing her face? Okay. There must be fan art though, right? Are there depictions of how her race is supposed to look like? Because I imagine she probably doesn't look that dissimilar to other members of her race, right? Having a hard time with the Royal Guard right now. I should be doing better. Oh, there we go. Got one. Yeah, the timing for that, I just don't have a good sense for it right now. Yeah, Royal Guard. Used to be good. Used to be very good, even if I was never great. But getting back to being able to do that, might take a little bit. Holy water. Ah, yeah. That's useless. I believe, okay, I don't have the upgrades for this and the style. But let's see if I can hit triple S with this. Oh, nice. Oh, you only need to hit double S, huh? Not triple. Okay. This race has created the androids. Oh, they are the ones who created the Geth. Yes, I do remember that. Oh, they're the Quarians, yeah. Yep, and their immune system disappeared. Yeah, okay. I do remember vaguely that aspect of that story. Love shooting him out of the air like that.
You scared? Crazy?
Okay. Yeah, let's, yeah, we got that guy knocked down, so he's no longer a factor. Okay, good.
You scared?
Oh shit! I forgot that I had the sniper rifle equipped, which kills that thing in one shot. Yeah. Yeah, the concept is really neat. It's a strange combination of a lot of different things, I think, that you see in sci-fi, but that combination itself is fairly original. Let's see, against this guy, let's bring the shotgun actually. The spiral can be super useful, but this should... Another purple orb? Or do I go for an action upgrade? Drive? I don't need a drive anytime soon. Yeah, let's just stick with this for now. So we got these weapons, and... Okay, we got the standard loadout, basically. I wonder how good this cutscene's gonna be. I hope the timing issues... This cutscene's not too long, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, you poor thing. Didn't your mother ever teach you how to use a door? Huh? Give me a break. Tell you what, next time I'll try and wear some cologne.
Oh yeah, the Mass Effect Andromeda? Okay, yeah. I never played that one. I remember that game had... It was famous for having really bad faces and issues with... like, tech. There were a lot of bugs, it seemed. At least when it first came out. But at that point I was kind of done with the Mass Effect series myself, so... You know, I didn't touch it, but not because of any reasons, anything having to do with the bugs or anything like that. Just didn't have that much interest anymore. The timing for this guy is not that hard. So his style, actually fighting him should probably remind one of the large shielded hilichurls. Are they metatrolls or samatrolls maybe? I don't remember what they're called. But fighting one of these, or fighting one of them, is pretty similar to fighting Beowulf in a lot of ways. Ooh, shit. But this guy has a few more attacks up his sleeve. Oh, no, I should have run away. Yeah, that thing has a large AoE damage. I must have iframed through that. I'll read this one. Shit. I know I can... My timing on that's all off right now. I know it's possible to knock those back into him for a lot of damage. That's what I was trying to do. Ooh, the AoE on that. Ooh. Ah, should have gone with the sniper rifle, I think, the spiral. Better for long distance attacking. There we go. Now you're gonna get to the next phase. Let's run away. Okay, the AoE on that is actually smaller than I thought it was. I remembered it being quite large. Alright, can I actually get one of these this time? Ooh, okay. So I actually hit it, but I also got hit in the process, so... Okay, forget about that then. Oh shit, I hate this attack! I've never managed to figure out how to dodge that when I use Trickster. It's so hard to dodge consistently. I'm using Royal Guard, it's manageable. In retrospect, maybe Trickster level 1 wasn't such a great idea, because I'm lacking a lot of air mobility.
Come on.
Go. Oh no! Ah! Okay, forgot about how large the area of effect of that swing of his is, too.
Come on.
Oh no! I avoided the attack, but then I saw this coming before it happened, Tim. I avoided the attack, but then the attack itself shoots that pillar out. And I know that that happens, but I wasn't sure which way the pillar would get shot out. But yeah, so I ended up just getting hit. But we're better than the... Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's always a shame when the game doesn't live up to the hype. And yeah, it turns out that the memes about the game are better than the game itself. Like, I don't know, I wonder how good Cyberpunk 2077 really is. I imagine it ultimately was probably a pretty good game, but when it came out, because of all the issues and the bugs and stuff, everyone was just talking about that. And yeah, it turned out that all the memes about all the issues the game had were more like popular than the game. Yeah, not enough focus against them. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of it is like I didn't quite get the... It's like there are a lot of opportunities to punish him, and I was trying to figure out where they were. But the issues I had were... Simple fact is, you don't have a lot of room for error. Just a handful of hits and you're dead. So I messed up a handful of times. And just going right into his line of fire. I also could have done a better job at healing and such. I'm still not quite accustomed to using the taunt as often as I should. Like now. Like, taunt is something you should be using every time it's off cooldown. Yeah? Okay. Cyberpunk was good, but not incredible. Other than Ninja Gaiden Collection? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess there's always Blue Protocol, right? I know that's been in the talks for a long time now. So that's something I'd probably like to check out, but I don't know when that's coming out. But actually, yeah, I don't know too much about the games that are coming out this year. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with Genshin and FGO and all that right now. Devil May Cry 5, for instance, I thought... Like, in terms of gameplay, it really is an incredibly well done game, but the aesthetics really get me. Game is playable on PC and on PS4 with the latest update. Yeah, the Cyberpunk game. Yeah, I know from what I heard that the game was actually not bad at all on PC or in the new generation, Xbox One and PS5 systems. It was really just the previous gen ones that were at the issue. So For that reason, I can probably check it out if I really wanted to, but I guess I'm not... Even though the game does seem quite cool, I'll probably... Like, a game that big for now, I think I'll probably won't touch anytime soon. I guess there's still the PS5 games, because, like, I still want to play Demon's Souls, and I still want to get the PS5 and everything, which I haven't looked too hard for, but I know they're still not very easy to find now, but I'd like to get it. And Demon's Souls is definitely there. I don't think the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, which is on PC as well, not sure if it'll be worth it on PS5, to be honest, because, again, even though I thought a lot of the gameplay was fine, the aesthetics just really turned me off, and I just didn't have as much fun playing it as I am, like, now playing this way older game that isn't as pretty graphically, but in terms of the art, I think it's way prettier. Oh, Nier Replicant remake, right. I remember you said you were looking forward to that. Yeah, big Automata, Nier Automata. Yeah, so I never finished Nier Automata. I think I mentioned that I only got through 2B's route, and then I started 9S's route, but I never got further than that. I would like to revisit it at some point, but to be honest, I guess I didn't really get to the interesting parts, and because of that I found it a little boring. Like the 9S part, a lot of it, almost all of it is a retread of the 2B part. Now, and yeah, Nier Automata is definitely a game like that. It's a third-person action game, right? Third-person action RPG, like Genshin or Devil May Cry or Bloodborne or Dark Souls, but it had its own identity that was very different from all the others, I thought. It's like, it doesn't feel like a clone of a Devil May Cry game or of a Dark Souls game or whatever, even though it has elements that are very similar to all of those. And I couldn't quite grok the combat myself. I never played in hard or extreme mode where you have to actually manually aim. I just found the idea of manually aiming that to be just like annoying and probably exhausting. Right, instead of Trickster, Trickster level 1 doesn't help me that much anyway. Actually, fuck it, let's go for Royal Guard. This guy isn't that hard to counter in Royal Guard. I just have to be perfect. And that should be a challenge. For Genshin PS5 update. Oh yeah, oh, are they specifically updating some stuff with, for the PS5 as well? That's exciting. If so... Oh wait, what happened? Okay. So... okay. Without the ability to do a jump guard, it's pretty annoying. Ooh. It's taunt. I must have pressed that too early. I thought I had the timing on that. Let's get away from that. Sounds like he's done. Ooh. Oh, the AoE on that is way smaller than I remembered it. I thought it took up like half the stage, but I can actually just walk away from it super easily. Yeah, pressed it too early. I'm that poorly. Got that one timed right. Oh, no, no, no. This attack. Yeah, I have no choice but to tank it at this point, given my skill level. Guard crush. There we go. Yeah, Royal Guard was the right one to take for this one. The specific update with faster load times, 4K output, and improved textures. Okay, nice. An improved version of the PS4 version, but okay, so basically they're gonna make alright, they're gonna make specific optimizations and all that, huh? Oh, I love that because you blinded him. When he flies up, he misses the hole the first time around.
Cut me some slack.
Yes, Royal Guard level 2. That's gonna oh man, that's gonna help so much. So between Royal Guard level 1 and 2, you get an upgrade in the amount of energy you can store. It doubles the amount of energy. But the more major factor is the fact that you can now guard while in the air. And that is a complete game changer when it comes to Royal Guard, because it allows you to do a jump guard, which means you can take advantage of iframes from the jump to make the timing on the guard a lot more loose. He reminds you of a monster from Berserk? Oh, really? Huh. Okay, I've never read Berserk, or seen much of it. Beowulf. So the name of that boss is Beowulf, which obviously there's a character named Beowulf in FGO because there's a legendary figure. But you can tell his design was kind of based on demonic and angelic things, because he has these angel's wings.
If you do, I'll die. You know.
I love that line. You're not gonna shoot me, are you? If you do, I'll die.
Don't act so rashly, my boy. I've got a doozy of a story for you. But if you snuff out my voice like that, I won't be able to tell it now, will I? Thought I was a goner for sure. Oops.
Huh, Zod. No, that doesn't ring a bell. Zod makes me think of Superman, actually, because I don't actually know much about Superman lore, but I think there's a bad guy in Superman named Zod.
Your brother Virgil is the one who controls it by using your mommy's amulet. Amulet? He's headed to the control room in the basement. If you don't hop down there quick like a bunny, he'll open the gate to hell. Isn't that a scary thought?
And you're telling me this because...
Oops! I forgot to mention one teeny little item. That gizmo there is actually the key to move forward. But the tricky thing is, it sucks the souls of those who hold it.
Alright, so this cutscene's actually not all that important. He's just explaining what the gimmick of this mission's gonna be.
But in return for your soul, it'll give you power. Marvelous, isn't it? Just let your young spirit drive you, and go for it! Ah!
I believe every Devil May Cry game has a mission like this. It's sort of become a tradition, I guess, because there was one in the first one, and then they kept making them. Oh, you don't know? Yeah. To be honest, I don't know either. Royal Guard. Let's go with Trickster for the regular, because Trickster is actually pretty good for dealing with mobs and stuff, which I'm gonna be doing in the regular battle areas. Now, do I want? Yeah, let's just perfect Agni and Rudra. Now Agni and Rudra is all the way up, and I have everything in its moveset. So, here, I have no option to get rid of my Devil Trigger, but as long as I have Devil Trigger, which is all the time, I keep losing HP. So it's a bit like the Zhao, yeah, it's a bit like Zhao actually, now that I think about it. Because with Devil Trigger, you get a whole host of extra powers and abilities, but at least just along on this one mission, you also keep losing HP. Okay. But I guess this offers a little bit of a taste for people who haven't been using Double Trigger too much at this point, of just how powerful it is. But one thing about the Devil Trigger in Devil May Cry 3 is that they actually made it so that it's better not to use the Devil Trigger for the bonus, but rather for a specific kind of attack, which is called a Devil Trigger Explosion. It allows you to use up to 7 of your Devil Trigger like ticks for a huge-ass explosion that's the amount of damage scales with the amount of ticks you use. And it just does a lot of big AoE damage, which is automatically good for raising Stylish meter. It's kind of a broken ability, actually. It's, if anything in this game was not so well designed, it might be that. Now, it is, you are sacrificing one of the big aspects of Devil Trigger, which is being able to spend time healing and fighting with faster and with more damage and everything, and also being able to tank more damage with your defense. So it is a trade-off, but the trade-off is barely anything. It's so little. You just gain so much from the Devil Trigger explosion that it kinda unfortunately makes the game, or it adds an attack to the game that kinda overwhelms everything else to the extent that like you're no longer incentivized to play as stylishly because you're more incentivized to use that one attack, which can be stylish if used properly, but or used sparingly. But if you just keep spamming it, which is what you kind of want to do in order to maximize your points and the damage, it doesn't look quite as stylish. Because it's just an AoE explosion. It does force you to taunt a lot though, because in order to use it a lot, you need to get your Devil Trigger up. And taunting is basically the most consistent way to get your Devil Trigger up. Because each time it lands, it gives you a full tick on the bar, along with a bunch of stylish points. Okay, let's keep going fast, because I'm dying. I'm literally dying. I think I technically don't really have to kill these guys, but it might be good to try anyway. Oh, I guess so these guys don't just take ice damage, they take all elemental damage extra. That seems to be the issue. That's why they get set on fire if you use Agni and Rudra, and you see ice shards appearing when you use Cerberus. Okay, got all of them. Now... so this part I'm just gonna ignore them. I remember I've done this part a lot of times and I remember ignoring them is sort of the best way. Right, I have to beat this guy well. I think they give you mobs so that you can heal. I also love that in this game, when you're doing a wall run, you're completely invincible. It's impossible to damage you. You have complete, yeah, all frames are iframes there. You cannot be interrupted, you cannot be damaged. It's a very useful tool, and it helps you to raise your stylish meter quite a bit. It took me a while before I figured out just how powerful the wall run was. But now that I know, I like to abuse the hell out of it. That's a fun one, because it looks stylish. Only Zhao had the bonus. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be neat. Yeah, I could see. I feel like probably MiHoYo took some inspiration from Devil May Cry games. Obviously, they took inspiration from a lot of things, and not mostly Devil May Cry, because yeah, there's plenty of other games that they took more inspiration from. But I feel like there's definitely some aspects of it that they took from it. And Zhao with the spear and a gun. Yeah. Oh, that'd be so funny. Zhao with the gun. It would just be so weird and not fitting for him. Not gunslinger. I want royal guard. But there are guns in the world of Teyvat. That's definitely for sure. So hey, who's to say he might not decide to evolve with the times and get a gun? I wonder if we'll ever get gun as a playable weapon instead of something that just some Fatui have. Don't really, can't really upgrade any of these. Alright, so this is an optional boss that was introduced for the special edition, but I plan on doing it anyway. He's the super easy boss. And none of his what is it? I believe certainly none of his voice lines in the fight are new. They're all taken from cutscenes from the original game. Yeah. I think almost all of his animations in this fight too are taken from the cutscenes from the original game. Oh yeah, he is kind of like a near boss. Yeah, he's like a bullet hell boss. Which, yeah, I guess I'm not a huge fan of... Oh right, there's a phase 2 in this one. Yeah, the bullet hell stuff... I guess I'm generally not a huge fan of the bullet hell stuff. Like, Like the Electro Reg is fine, right? It has a bullet hell style attack. Yeah, I really don't like. Okay, there we go.
Oops. Whew.
Yeah. I think maybe some of those animations were new for the special edition. I don't remember him having those animations in... 'Cause he's not a boss in the original at all. You don't fight him ever. But he does appear in cutscenes and such. Oh yeah, the electrohypostasis. Yeah, that was a while ago. I mean, I had a lot of trouble with it for a while, I remember. That one bullet hell style attack was just a nightmare. Oh! Oh, I forgot that this boss is here. I thought this boss was way later. This could be interesting. I don't remember how to handle this boss very well at all. At least phase 1.
Talk about horsepower.
Okay, I do have Royal Guard up.
Race with a horse, huh? Fair enough.
Okay, I did not time that right. Okay, a simple jump works. That also works. Okay, I whiffed on that one, but that's okay. At least I didn't get damage. I think Swordmaster would probably be better in this situation for me. Yeah, because the Swordmaster would give me an extra attack to use, especially with Nevin. Oh, also I can do a jump guard now. Yes, I need to remember that I can use a jump guard. Okay, a jump guard against this guy might not be. Okay, a jump guard's not a great idea against him. He doesn't get interrupted by the guard. Let's get some healing. If you watch your first Genshin stream, yeah, probably. There's so much about the game and the bosses and the animations and the mechanics that I didn't know, and I was trying to learn. Yeah, I haven't watched any of those streams really in a while, but I'm glad I have them so that I can revisit them to see, yeah, how much I've improved.
Better and better. Too bad there's nobody here to enjoy the show.
Okay, this phase I believe is somewhat easier. Can I stun him? Because it's very useful if you do stun him. Oh yeah, no, I didn't! Okay, I got baited. I thought I stunned him! So I went in right at him and you saw what happened. My timing on this is not working out very well. Okay, there we go. Alright, I guess I should start again. This boss is not one of my favorites, but he's definitely very handleable. Not all that hard, quite frankly, after a bit of practice, but I just don't remember his attacks very well. And I think I'll take a different... I won't take Royal Guard into this guy's fight, because this guy... Yeah, I don't have the timings. Oh yeah? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's, you know, at the time, everyone was learning the game, right? Not many people really had a great idea of how to play the game. And there's, like, I think the Dragon Strike technique wasn't really discovered until 2021, for instance. And that's, you would think, a fairly basic technique. Yeah, it was quite a fun experience though. I'm glad I streamed it. Not just to have the video available to watch again, but also because it was kind of became like a group learning experience. Kind of like how Reddit for FGO is so nice. Reddit and YouTube communities. You get to learn about... You get to figure out the game together, kinda. Yeah, especially at the time, I wasn't too sure how much more I wanted to play that game. Because I tried other gacha games other than FGO, and I didn't really get into them at all. So I didn't know if Genshin was something I'd be sticking to. But I decided to at least keep at it every day with the daily logins and stuff, especially since I was working from home. And all that. And I'm glad I did, because ultimately it turned out to be a very fun game, and one that I'm enjoying playing. But let's do... the top didn't land. I guess the guy was already dead. Yeah, there's no need to get that HP. Oh, whoops. I must say, although the design of Devil May Cry where... I mean, first of all, it is possible to retry bosses immediately. I'm just choosing not to do it. But even though a lot of people would consider this a little clunky, where if you lose to the boss once, you have to basically start over the whole mission. In this case, there are two bosses, right? I actually have to beat the Gesture again because the game doesn't save mid-mission. The game saves between missions. So whatever you accomplished or did within a mission doesn't count if you die at the very end to the boss. You have to do it all over again. But I think there's a certain charm to that kind of punishing level of standard where you don't get to... Yeah, you don't just get a quick do-over. You have to do the whole thing again. And I guess maybe that's why games like Bloodborne and Dark Souls has so many people who enjoy it, because those bosses, right? You don't get to just start the boss over again immediately. You get punished for failing. You get punished severely. And... yeah, and just in order to get to the boss again, you have to go through an entire path. And it's... and you compare it to this Devil May Cry, it's way less cumbersome, right? You can usually get from the save point to the boss, just sprint past all the enemies in maybe a couple minutes. Whereas here, you can see it's taking me a hell of a lot more time, and I have to do a lot of combat just to get through it. So it feels like Bloodborne and Dark Souls games, they kinda strike a decent balance between being super punishing in terms of how perfect you have to be, and giving you enough so that it doesn't feel like it's just hell that you're going through every time. Because the bosses are hard. You're gonna be dying a lot. That's just the reality of it. Oh, I should have switched to Royal Guard, but that's okay. Trickster is a pretty good one, and it'll help me level it up. This boss is super easy anyway. Okay. Things can kind of snowball out of control in this boss if you mess up a little bit. Oh, let me get away from there. Looks like he's not gonna go into the ball phase. Not yet, anyway. He might do it now. Not sure what triggers it. Okay. Uh-oh. That thing's gonna explode. Or it already did. Alright. Got some healing. Even though I'm not a huge fan of heals, I think it's better to compromise right now so that this doesn't end up being too hellish. Alright, I'm gonna try going in with Swordmaster now, because I'll lose some defense and mobility, but what I get back in offense should more than make up for it. And Nevin is good, but I'd like the fact that I have Agni and Rudra perfected. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, now I know that there's a boss here. I know a little better prepared. Okay, I whiffed on that one. See. Okay, he blocked it, but I still did some damage. Oof, that was close. I thought he might stop there. When's he gonna stop? He's stopping. Oh, nice! Oh, I didn't realize he'd get stunned that quickly. Ooh, okay, did pretty well there. I'm glad the those blue flames around him, they don't hurt you. I remember the first many times I fought him, I just assumed they'd hurt you. And so I always avoided him. Thank you for the good luck. I hope I have good luck too. I think I'll be able to manage. With Swordmaster, so you can see my style of play is a little different here. Instead of going for the jump guards, I'm just rolling because that's all I can do, but I can dodge it almost perfectly by rolling. Oh, well. Of course, right after I said that. Right? You can also do a jump or a double jump to dodge. Because sometimes the wave can be pretty long. Which means, yeah, you get hit at the end of your roll there. So... wow, I forgot about the nature of that attack. Oh, right, this now. Okay. Where are you? Teleporting again. Okay, there we go. Good. Shit. Oof. Alright. Just that doing a double jump takes way longer than a roll. Oh, is he stunned? No, he's just stopped. Don't know why. Huh. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. Oh, he's going into this phase. Bye-bye. This one's a little more annoying. Oh, shit. I got caught. No, 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 no. Ah. Ooh, boy. Yes, stunned him. Oh, wait, is there no music? Do you not hear music? Because there is music in the background of this fight. That's so strange, because this game has music, and I don't have a separate track for music. When I look at the levels in my OBS, it looks like it has music. I'm gonna have to check the VOD after this. That would be strange if it had no music. Yeah, this fight... it's not awful actually, but he's not one of my favorite bosses. I prefer more human-sized bosses generally. Oof. Yeah, I feel like this boss is actually fairly difficult now that I look at it and the mechanics of it, but I feel like I didn't, and most players probably don't have that much trouble with them compared to most other bosses, because by this point in the game, you've gotten such a good hang of the combat system that even though this boss throws a lot of stuff at you, it's manageable. Like, you've gotten fairly used to managing all of it. So it's just at the level where you have to kind of be frantic, but not panic. Yeah, and that's, again, in my opinion, a very good place for a game to be in terms of balance. Oh, shit! Yeah, he teleported away. Okay. Oh! Whoa! Those missiles, man. That was pure instinct. I don't know how I managed to dodge those, because those were falling right into my face. Oh no. There we go. Oh, you put the volume barrier? Okay. I see, that's fine. Yeah, I've been trying to play with my volume settings too, because I notice my voice is... the gain is too high. I do prefer to have my voice high, but yeah, it's very close, right? Yeah. But by the end, I kinda had the hang of it. I just got careless a few times. This is a pretty nice style. but I personally never really got the hang of using it. But yeah, I've been playing with my levels, and I lowered my mic audio a bit, lowered the gain, because I was noticing some audio quality issues at high levels, and I'm also been, because of that, I've lowered my desktop or game audio a bit too. But I'm hoping to have less kind of artifacts and stuff when I scream or something, or when I get loud. Or just, I notice even when I just speak and I get a little loud that there's some distortions. And I really don't like that, definitely. And I'm a little surprised too, actually, because I don't have my mic right in front of my mouth. It's actually almost 2 feet away. So I would have thought that I would need more gain, but I guess the mic's actually very sensitive. So almost every cutscene in this game is really good, but yeah, this is a good one.
You're not the one I faced before. But this smell, there are 2 of them. They're excellent Sparta-head, 2 sons.
Ah, yes. Now here is my favorite weapon in the game, at least of the melee weapons. I really hope Genshin has a weapon like this at some point. But it's such a weird weapon because it's not really a weapon at all, right? It's really just an extension of your martial arts skills. So it might not be that fitting to have an entire, like, how many weapons are there now? What, bow, catalyst, 2 types of swords, a spear, right? So that's 5. If you add a whole 6th weapon and it's just fisticuffs, yeah, that'd be a little weird to have an entire set of characters who just beat people up. Alright, so now I'm gonna do mission 13, which is definitely one of my favorite missions in the game. Mission 20 is by far my favorite, but mission 13's probably my second. Without weapons would be cool too. Yeah. Well, I feel like you should at least have some sort of weapon, something like what he had with, so that you have extensions or of your arms, your fists, your kicks, and such. It'd be a bit odd if they didn't have any weapon equipment at all. Also, I kind of wish there was a way to have the artifacts that you equip show on your character's model. Because right now, the only way to modify your character's model is put different weapons on them. And that just changes the weapon, and that's it. Artifacts would be a little odd, because like every character has a different costume and different setup and such, so where do you actually put those artifacts? And it would take a lot more work to make that happen. But I think it would be pretty neat if they did. I know it's asking for a lot, like a lot. Oh! Cerberus. I think this is a good time to take out Cerberus. Yeah. I'm gonna take out Cerberus. And let's get Revolver up to level 2. In terms of style, let's bring out Trickster, because I do want to get Trickster up to level 2. Oh, boys. So the enemies in this mission actually don't lend themselves that well to Cerberus. Oh shit, I forgot to change the weapon. Well, that's okay. I just need to change the weapon for the end.
Come and get me.
Oh yeah, actually I think there are going to be aspects of this mission that are that remind you of other parts of your life, actually. Oh, what? Right, so, yeah. Trickster is actually a very good choice that I made to bring here. Oh shit. Went into the wrong wall. A wall that's not climbable, sadly. Uh-oh. Got careless towards the end, but handled it okay. Now, there's a secret mission here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this though. I don't remember what if there's a time limit or if it's just really hard. Let's stay away from the dead spider because it releases all these little spiders that are potentially a pain to deal with, even if they don't do much damage on their own. I really wish I had Trickster level 2. We're getting there, we're almost got Trickster level 2 now. Yes! Speaking of Trickster level 2, there we go. Yes! Nice! Oh, that feels so much better. Okay, I guess it's just a challenge in terms of the enemies you're facing, because there's no time limit that I can tell. There's no other requirements that you have to fulfill. You're just facing a bunch of enemies that are potentially very tough. I mean, facing 2 of these guys at once isn't easy, don't get me wrong. These guys... I mean, facing 1 of these guys isn't that easy in general, but when you get 2 of them going, it is... the amount of management you have to do can be overwhelming, especially with all the black cloaks and stuff. They do give you some pretty good cues in terms of audio, so that helps a lot in making the manageable when you're fighting 2 of them. There we go. Now I think these 2 are the last ones. There we go. The new artifact set would be much more powerful on Kaching for physical damage. Oh yeah? Well, yeah, given that it's physical, I think it makes sense that I'd want to farm it for Kaching and possibly Beto or also Rosario. But yeah, I'll definitely get into that. I'm not sure where I'll be, in 12 days, because I'll also have to farm to build up Zhongli. And frankly, building up Zhongli to level 80 is a higher priority than kind of perfecting Kaching, because Kaching is, right now, I'd say she's like 75 to 80% of the way there in terms of her damage output, which isn't great, don't get me wrong. That means that I still have a lot more potential for her to grow. But I'm pretty happy with where she's at right now. She's carrying her weight. And Ganyu, you know, she's the one who's like carrying the whole team, basically. 100% I'll roll Zhongli? I think so. At this point, I have a guarantee, and I am 88 pulls away from pity, right? So, and I have well over 88 pulls. I feel like I'll at least go into soft pity. If I don't get Zhongli by the time I'm at like 80 pulls, maybe I'll reconsider it and think maybe, oh, I'll just save the pity for Eula. But yeah, that's what I'll do. But because I also really want Yanfei, right? So worst case scenario, I don't get Zhongli until pull number 90 and I get 0 copies of Yanfei. But that's pretty unlikely. But if I don't get Zhongli by the time I hit soft pity, maybe I'll just save for Eula. I think that'd be the right idea. The new melt. Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, from what I can tell, I kind of want to give Zhongli all the HP. That's the way I'm thinking. I want to build him HP, like defense. I want to use him for his shield defense, and obviously everything else he does, but mainly that, so that I use his burst. Oh, this. I'll have to come back here another time. Yeah, I want to use his burst to freeze enemies, basically. You know, pseudo freeze. And use his shield for shields. At least at the beginning. Maybe eventually I'd want to build him DPS or something like that, but... Right, this is a much tougher version of the puzzle. But I guess my memory of it is pretty good, because I literally did not waste a single move there. Okay. Yeah. Ultimately, that's one nice thing about gacha games, right? Or single-player games in general, like a Devil May Cry or Genshin. Just do as you like. It's not a race, not a competition. Just try to build up your team the best way you can. Now, thinking too with, I don't know, like, because Kaching is certainly never going to be as strong as Ganyu is, no matter what I do for her, unless they drastically change up Electro somehow. She'll always be, at best, second to Ganyu on my team. So I'm thinking Ganyu can obviously just carry her weight on any team that I put her in, but for the Abyss, of course, you need 2 teams. For the second team, I'm thinking Kaching can be the head of a double DPS team, or double or triple DPS team. I guess double, really. It's a single DPS with 2 supports who are also DPS ability. This is 180% ER, 1.5k attack. Yeah. Well, so yeah, it's like you build HP on him for his shield, right? That's how it works. And yeah, obviously energy recharge is good on anyone. Alright. Getting to, I believe, one of my favorite boss fights in the game. I believe my second favorite boss fight.
Why isn't this working? Is there something missing? Must more blood be shed?
You seem to be in a bad mood.
Dante.
So, my mother's amulet is the key that unlocks the door to the demon world. Good plan, Pop.
Just the opposite, actually. Originally, it was the key to the demon world, but was given to humans as a gift.
But right now you can see the syncing seems fine. His lips sync fine with the words.
I've come all
But
this way.
very quickly seems to desync. I'm not sure when it really starts getting
I'm sure you
noticeable.
have time for one more game, right?
Why not? After all, we share the same blood. I'll just use more of yours to undo Daddy's little spell.
I like that line
So,
too.
you want a piece of me, literally? Okay, bro. Come and get it, if you can.
After all, we do share the same blood. I'll just use more of yours.
Come on, Nip.
Now, motivate.
Come and get me.
Now, motivate.
So this fight is significantly harder than the first version of this fight, which you do at Mission 7. And that's partly because of this. And most people, when they start... In fact, I'm guessing everyone, when they start playing this, don't realize that you can actually knock him out of his Devil Trigger by getting into Devil Trigger yourself. And hitting him with strong attacks.
Rest in peace.
Oh shit, I'm not a Devil Trigger, so he's gonna heal. And I guess I'll just have to live with that. Because you can't stun him when he's in Devil Trigger, not unless you're in Devil Trigger yourself. He has major hyper armor. So do you, of course, when you're in Devil Trigger.
Come on, Nip.
Now, motivate.
There we go. Not an HP belt, you just had HP on many artifacts of substat. Yep. Okay, ER Hourglass. Okay, I see. Huh. Interesting, so...
Sorry, but this is no place for
Sounds
a
like
girl.
he's
So
good at,
beat it.
like, everything. Yeah, I kind of want to just go all in on HP on him. I feel like that would be fun, just building a full HP Zhongli. With that, you know, energy recharge, of course, but forget about crit, forget about attack. Just go all HP.
Foolish girl.
Okay, I'm kind of glad this cutscene is pre-rendered, because it's obviously not as pretty as the real-time cutscenes. But at least the syncing is fine. And look at those tights.
Bravo! I never dreamed that things would go so smoothly. Well done, everyone. Well done.
You.
Don't be a bad girl, Mary. Or you can expect a spanking from Daddy later. Just as gonna spank you, but spank you on the bum.
I don't know where you came from, but you don't belong here.
Zowie, that was close. But you've taken quite a trouncing today, haven't you, Virgil? You could have chopped me into confetti by now if you were in tip-top condition.
Damn you. You have lost.
Because you underestimated humans.
What's going on?
Good girl. Pure and innocent. Just like your mother.
You bastard!
I've also seen some really good cosplay of Lady at cons, as well as in photos and stuff, but I feel like Devil May Cry brings out some really good cosplayers, or brings out a lot of really good stuff from cosplayers.
And Sparta's blood. You had everything you needed to unleash
With all the,
evil.
like, equipment that Lady has too, all the guns and stuff, I've seen some really good gun props.
Even I can do this to you.
2 amulets. A set of Sparta's blood. Now, I need one more key. He sacrificed 2 things to suppress the tremendous force of this tower. His own devil's blood and a mortal priestess. I needed you, in whose body flows the same blood as the sacrificed woman. His spell cannot be undone without your blood.
It was quite a ride, you know. If any of you had died before getting here, our little plan would have gone to waste. Ha! Therefore, my job was to make you battle each other in order to weaken you. But at the same time, I had to guide you here and make sure that you were kept alive. I even went so far as dressing like a complete idiot. It's time for bed, Mary. You can visit your dear mother. Whoa!
Try me.
It's time for the clown to bow out, Arkham.
Dude, the show's over.
Impressive. I expected nothing less from the Devil's descendants. But aren't you forgetting something, Virgil? The spell is broken. What do you think will happen next? Let's welcome chaos.
I do love this cutscene. It's one of my favorites in the whole game, I guess, because yeah, it's a very significant moment in the story, obviously, and it has some pretty badass fighting as well, but it's not over the top like a lot of scenes. And it also has a lot of Lady. I love Lady.
I shall take over the power of Sparta.
And sets you up for the final third of the game, because the game has 20 missions total. This one's number 13. We're entering the final act. Although, of course, the climax doesn't happen until the very end. Still got quite a few missions until that. Yeah. The damage, yeah, way too high. But that's probably an A. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. I think I still don't have a single S on my rankings. Yeah. The damage has just been killing me. So, I'm gonna just try this before I end the stream, which is getting an S on this, and this should not be very hard at all now that I've actually kind of acclimated myself to this game, and I have a built set of weapons and styles. Now for this, let's use Trickster. Trickster can be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I meant to switch to Cerberus. And let's use Shotgun for this. Artemis can be a fun weapon too, but not what I have set up for. Yeah, let's just perfect Cerberus now. Cerberus has all of the moves. Still don't need to really upgrade the guns at all. Keep working on the purple orbs. And I'll try to do this. Yeah, I'll do this without using the double trigger explosion.
Is that it?
Oh, shit. He's dead.
Is that it?
Alright. Come on. Here we go.
Is that it?
Yeah, double trigger explosion can make this way easier, but like I said earlier, it does kinda... It's not a stylish looking move, and yeah, I'm kinda going for more style here. Yep, let's go for... Oh no, I wanted to do a different combo for time.
Hey, do your job.
Dante seems to get a whole different set of taunt lines when he's in his shirtless mode. Oh. Alright, I think is that a double S? I don't know if the time was fast. No, the time. Okay. The orbs? Okay, the other ones are gonna be S's. Okay, so that means this one's a single S, but yeah, I would have needed to do it way faster. Well, I don't know if it's way faster, but I was definitely way slower than I should have been. So yeah, it's kind of a DPS check in a way, I guess. But yeah, actually I was about to end this stream myself, so thank you for coming by, Nat. And yeah, enjoy Demon's Souls, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good night, and yeah, like I said, I was gonna end this stream. I figure Mission 13 is a good place to stop for now, and then next, I think it'll take me at least another 2 sessions, because I want to save a whole session for just Mission 20, maybe even Mission 19 and 20, because I love 20 so much, I'll probably do it over and over and over again. Yeah, so it'll take at least 2, maybe 3 sessions to get through all of DMC3. But I think next time, I might stream actually a little later tonight, I'm not sure. Do some Genshin Impact, more of the child challenge, because I really have enjoyed that one too. But otherwise I'll definitely stream tomorrow evening at the normal time. But yeah, I'll talk to everyone next time. Bye.